Yo, what is up everyone, Z-Karma here, and welcome back to another boring math video here in Borderlands 3. Today we're actually going to be talking about Borderlands 3 drop rates. More specifically, we are going to be seeing what actually changed with the recent hotfix, in which Gearbox stated the following. Addressed a bug with Mayhem mode that led to lower than intended drop rates for all Mayhem levels. And in this video, I'll be comparing Agonizer 9000's drop rates from before and after this hotfix. So, quick backstory as to how this video came about. I was working on a video comparing drop rates from Mayhem 1 through Mayhem 10. So I did 100 kills on each Mayhem level up to Mayhem 9. Then this hotfix dropped. And I didn't want all that information to go to waste, so I decided to salvage a little bit of that information to compare before and after the hotfix. So what we're going to do today is compare the drop rates from 3 different Mayhem levels. I decided to go with Mayhem 1, Mayhem 6, and Mayhem 9. With each Mayhem level, we will be comparing 100 kills before and 100 kills after the hotfix to see if there were any changes at all. And the data that I will be presenting today will only include world drops and the anointed rate of those world drops. I will not be including class mods or artifacts because those cannot drop anointed. Plus, we already know that Agonizer 9000 is one of the best sources for those items anyway. I will also not be including dedicated drops either because there doesn't seem to be a change in their drop rate anyway. So anyways, if you guys find this information helpful or informative in some way, a like rating is always appreciated, and if you want to subscribe for more content like this, that'll be awesome as well. And without wasting any more of your time, let's just get straight into it. Starting off with Mayhem 1. Before this hotfix, I had 189 world drops with 76 of those anointed, which means that 40% of the world drops came as anointed. And after the hotfix, I got 215 world drops. That was a 14% increase, which doesn't seem like a lot, but believe me, 14% is very significant. And you'll see that it gets higher as we go into the higher Mayhem levels. And after the hotfix, I also got 71 of those world drops were anointed, which was a 33% ratio. So as you can see, the anointed rate actually went down with Mayhem 1. But if I'm being honest, nobody really plays Mayhem 1, and this might be an outlier anyway. But you'll see later in the results that the other ones are fine. Moving on to Mayhem 6. Before this hotfix, I got 191 world drops, and 111 of those were anointed, so 58% of the world drops were anointed. And after the hotfix, we went from 191 to 263 world drops, which was a 38% increase. This is a very significant increase, and the number of anointed went to 167, which means that 63% of the world drops were anointed. And as you can see, before and after the hotfix, when you compare anointed rates, we went from 58% to 63%. That's within margin of error, so it's safe to assume that the anointed ratio is basically the same. The only reason why we got more was because obviously we got an increase in the amount of world drops. And finally, for Mayhem 9, before this hotfix, I got 255 world drops, and obviously 100% anointed rate. If you guys didn't know, Mayhem 8, 9, and 10 have a 100% anointed rate. And after this hotfix, I got 344 world drops, which was a 35% increase. Once again, a very significant increase in the amount of world drops. And just to add a little bonus, I went ahead and killed Agonizer 9000 100 times on Mayhem 10. Unfortunately, I don't have any data from pre-hotfix, but it's safe to assume that it's the same as Mayhem 9, because after the hotfix, I got 349 world drops on Mayhem 10, which is very close to the 344 that I got on Mayhem 9. So anyways, as you can see by this information, this hotfix did actually increase the world drop rates in the game. I have seen a lot of people saying that this update did nothing to the game, but the data that I collected shows otherwise. And I know some of you might think that 100 kills is not enough for data, but a 35% increase is a very significant amount. Plus, one thing that I have learned from all my number crunching in this game regarding drop rates is that there is some incredible consistency when it comes to world drops in every 100 kills. That will be further explained in another video very soon, But what I mean by that is that if I kill Agonizer 1000 times on Mayhem 10 and I separate the data into sets of 100 kills, the numbers are going to be extremely close. So that's what I mean by incredible consistency when it comes to this game's drop rates. I do want to point out that the amount of world drops that we were getting before the hotfix was basically the same as pre-Mayhem 2.0. For example, back in Mayhem 4, I was getting an average of 250 world drops per 100 kills from Agonizer 9000. And with Mayhem 2.0, on Mayhem 9 before the hotfix, I got 255. Which is basically the same amount. But now with this hotfix applied, we had a 35% increase in drop rates at the higher Mayhem levels, which means that now Mayhem 10 will be dropping more loot than Mayhem 4 used to. So this also means that when Agonizer 9000's loot scaling is fixed, it will be the best world drop farm in the entire game, by far, which is absolutely awesome. Because you would also be farming the backburner while you're at it. Oh, and by the way, the backburner's drop rate is actually very decent, around a 10% drop rate, which is actually on the high side when it comes to dedicated drops. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this video there. I hope you guys liked it. Thank you guys so much for the recent support. You guys are absolutely awesome. Have a great day, everyone. Peace out.